The pandemic has certainly had a huge impact on sports all over the world, including right here in Canada, and in particular with the Canadian Hockey League, some playing, some not, as we're joined by Sam Cosentino. Sam, when you look at your top five CHL prospects, who do you have at number one?
Carson Lambos is the guy, a Winnipeg Ice defenseman. He was really the prized possession as the franchise transitioned from Kootenay into Winnipeg. And here's a guy who's a 16-year-old, got all the top matchups against him, yet still found a way to produce at a high level at just about a half a point per game. So he's a guy who's actually benefited by being able to take his act over to Finland until the start of the WHL season. Really looking forward to how he the Winnipeg Ice and the WHL begin play.
So from the middle of the country in Winnipeg, we continue to move west into my territory, and I've seen this guy play, but I certainly don't know as much about him as you do. Who do you have at number two?
Dylan Gunther of the Edmonton Oil Kings. I mean, this guy's an offensive dynamo. He's really a sleight of frame guy, but he's slippery, he's shifty, really good edge work. The ability to take the puck to the net, is an excellent goal scorer, point-producing guy. You know, really had some good chemistry going back to his season last year with Jake Neighbors and on a team with a great coaching staff to help him further his development. Now, he had started the year playing in the AJHL. That went on pause. We'll see what happens if and when either the AJ picks up play again, expected to be maybe around the middle of December, or if he kind of sits it out and waits till the Edmonton Oil Kings go back onto the ice with the WHL in early January.
So from west, we go to east, and someone in your neck of the woods anyways, who have you got at number three?
Brent Clark is a defenseman, plays with the Barrie Colts, had a fantastic rookie season last year. His brother Graham is a prospect in the New Jersey Devils, currently in Canada's World Junior Camp. But Brent Clark is one of those guys that you notice the skating ability, his ability to provide offense from the back end. He's got a bit of a size, he's got really good size. The thing with him is he's a bit of a wild horse out there, so probably has to scale his game back a little bit, take care of his play away from the puck on the defensive side of things, but there's no doubt he fits the bill of what NHL scouts are looking for when it comes to that defenseman who's a really good puck mover and a guy who can support and initiate the rush.
As the Canadian Hockey League tries to, find itself in the right time, the right place for games to start or continue, when you look at your number four pick, playing in the QMJHL, has that benefited him?
Yeah, no question. I mean, Zachary Bulldo got off to a bit of a slow start. He doesn't have the same surrounding cast as Alexis Lafreniere, Cedric Paré, Dmitry Zavgorodny as what he had last year, especially on the power play where he became a specialist. But when you look at the player individually and the skill set that he brings to the table, the hand-eye coordination and the fast twitch hands are unbelievable. Again, a guy who's kind of slippery, light on his skates, has the ability to put the puck in the back of the net, either with a pretty good shot that could use some more strength to it and a little bit more beef to it, but also the ability to work in tight with his hands. So a really, really highly skilled type of player in Zachary Bulldo.
And your top five, your number five pick, I think hockey fans will recognize the last name and maybe soon start to even more recognize the first name.
Yeah, well, hockey fans probably all over North America will recognize Mike Sullinger. Suitcase, of course, played for a million different teams, needed to increase the size of his basement just to put all the jerseys up of all the teams that he's played for. But now he's getting his son Cole a chance to prove himself and to cut his own cloth through the hockey world. But this is a hard-nosed player, a lot like his dad was, really highly skilled guy. The one thing that sticks out about his game, again, is that goal-scoring ability. Excellent release, accuracy in his shot, shoots the puck with a lot of beef to it, maybe a little bit unlike Bulldo. So here's a guy who I think has high hopes. And you know how it works, Gene. When you get into that NHL draft, if you're debating between a couple of different players and one of them has NHL bloodlines, that's probably the way in which you're going to lean. So no doubt he's a benefactor of being Mike's son.
Yeah, Mike had a long career in the National Hockey League, and I'm sure his son and the rest of your top five hope to have that kind of a stay in the National Hockey League as well. Sam, great assessment on the top five in the Canadian Hockey League.
Always a pleasure joining you. Thanks, Gene.